Hello everyone, welcome to my channel B&B CBS Gossip 24. Luna's stunt infuriates Lee. Liam's remarriage plea to Hope. Lee will make an appearance in Monday's show, so this could give her a chance to lash out over Luna's latest stunt. Like Bill Spencer, Lee may assume Luna arranged for her own black eye and argue that it's just more manipulation. B&B fans know there was a time when Lee thought Luna could find redemption, but those days are long gone. Lee has totally turned against Luna, so she may make that clear to John Finnegan and Steffy Forrester Finnegan as she remains apologetic for her part in Luna's latest round of mayhem. Luna has been getting some angry visitors behind bars, so Lee may be next on the list. At some point, it's easy to imagine Lee showing up to taunt Luna and warn that prison is where she truly belongs regardless of how many shiners she gets. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Luna will continue to whine about her baby being at risk, but Lee may contend this is just another one of her stunts and nothing more. Luna's new idea is probably the worst she's had yet. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say that Luna Nozawa and her new idea is probably the worst that she's ever had. That's because she is going to ask her father, Finn, to raise her baby for her, which in turn might upset the Spencer family. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Luna's new idea is probably the worst she's had yet. At this point, Luna knows that she doesn't have much of a choice, especially seeing how Bill Spencer has made it clear that she is not going to touch that baby the moment she gives birth. Of course, the bold and the beautiful fans had a lot to say about the matter on social media. Some even commented with, "What Luna thinks about who should raise her baby carries weight, but Will as the father also has to say so, and he is not incarcerated. As I've posted previously, if Will wants custody, it's pretty much a slam dunk, but if Finn, Bill and Katie come into, the choice is not clear." The bold and the beautiful spoilers. What's next for Luna? Anyway, would Steffy want to be responsible for Luna's child? I don't think so, because if and when Luna gets out of jail, Steffy's family becomes even more of a target. Another critic wrote, Will said initially he didn't want the baby. That leaves the grandparents. Katie and Bill seem kind of old, although older grandparents have raised kids. Finn and Steffy have young kids and are more than capable. Taking on Luna's baby isn't Steffy's birth control, and he's never mentioned wanting another baby with her. And then there was this comment as well. Finn has been feeling some guilt over the way Luna turned out with him not being there. And Bill's judgment has been all over the place. But of course Steffy will take a lot of convincing for anything like that. Next, Deacon Sharp and Taylor Hayes will feel a magnetic pull as they connect even more. After Deacon turns the tables and plays Dr. Taylor in the coming episodes, major sparks will fly and could lead to them locking lips. At Brooke Logan Forrester's place, Liam won't want to waste another second when it comes to pursuing his happy ending. Now that Liam knows Hope Logan is the woman he wants to spend the rest of his life with, he'll propose to her with total confidence. Liam and Hope have a history of botching their relationship, but he'll think they are past all the drama now. Hope and Liam still love each other deeply, so Liam will want to put a ring on it and start living happily ever after. It took quite a while to reach this point, but it seems Liam and Hope are finally on the same page. Hope is poised to accept Liam's marriage proposal soon, so Beth Spencer will also get updates on their wedding plans and blissful family reunion news. The bold and the beautiful, B&B, spoilers for the next 2 weeks, October 27th to November 7th, reveal that Hope Logan will make a life-changing choice while Electra Forrester's fury erupts. Deacon Sharp will also engage in some risky behavior. So here's what B&B fans can expect. During the week of October 27th to 31st, Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, will put his heart out there and show Hope just how much he's betting on their future. Although Liam has been known to waffle in the past, he'll work to convince Hope that she's the only one for him now. Hope made mistakes of her own along the way, but she also seems ready to fully open her heart to Liam again. It's been a long road back to this reunion, but Liam will ask Hope to marry him, for keeps this time. It looks like Hope will accept Liam's marriage proposal since she appears to be wearing the engagement ring in another clip from B&B's weekly preview video. Hope will eventually head to the Forrester showroom for a meeting with Electra, Ivy Forrester, Daphne Rose and Deke Sharp, Harrison Cohn. Deke will use this opportunity to introduce Remy Price to everyone and summon him into the showroom, too. Of course, Deke won't realize Electra already knows Remy far too well. Electra's about to put Remy on full blast for the deep-fake horror that upended her life more than once. Remy also hunted Electra down and terrified her until Will Spencer came to her rescue. Ivy knows what Electa's been through and will rip into Remy as well, so Deke's about to hear some horror stories and could dump Remy over everything he learns. Remy will insist he's changed, but Deke will still struggle with all the awful news he receives. As for Deacon, he'll strengthen his bond with Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, thanks to all the advice she's been giving him. Deacon will try to help Taylor get over Ridge Forrester too, so that'll leave them in risky territory. Taylor and Deacon will move in close, so is a lip lock coming up between them? Regardless, Taylor may ultimately come to her senses and realize this is inappropriate behavior considering Deacon is her patient. Deacon might consider working things out with Sheila, but will thoughts of Taylor and his new craving for her linger in the back of his mind? Of course, there could soon be some new Luna Nozawa developments as well since she's determined to worm her way out of prison again. Will Luna pull another stunt as part of her plan soon? No matter what Luna tries next, Steffi Forrester Finnegan will no doubt keep venting to John Finn Finnegan and insist that Luna must remain behind bars. During the week of November 3rd to 7th, Liam and Hope may focus on their wedding plans. This will be a joyful time for the reunited couple, one that they'll share with their equally delighted daughter, Beth Spencer. Beth will be over the moon when she finds out her parents are getting married again, so let's hope some adorable family scenes with Hope and Liam are on the way. As for Ridge, he may get updates on Deacon sniffing around Taylor and grow angry as a result. Deacon and Ridge are bound to have some showdowns in store sooner or later. Back with Remy, he may fight for Deke and try to prove he's a different person these days. If Deke is willing to give Remy another chance, that could rock the boat in his new friendship with Elektra and create trouble with his team at Forrester Creations. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Deke will have a lot to mull over, so stay tuned. Hope and Liam's jaw-dropping future. Epic bombshell. Bold and the beautiful, Carter and Hope done. So, Carter Walton took that engagement ring off Hope's finger when he saw she couldn't shake her attraction to Liam or her love for her ex-husband. Finally, we can see Hope and Liam are on the precipice of a reconciliation, but they are not moving forward. Not yet. We know Hope's wanted to be with Liam for a while, but they hit a roadblock during the fake cancer ordeal when he sent Hope back to Carter. He told her to be with him, get back with him, because Liam wanted Beth to have a good stepdad after he died. And then Liam didn't die. Hope realized that maybe she could get a happily ever after with Liam, but she was engaged to Carter. And so Hope was torn. But Carter saw what was happening and he did the right thing. He stepped aside. He let her go. And then Hope ran right over to do the daddy-daughter dance thing with Liam, Scott Clifton, and Beth, and he saw, okay, Carter's ring isn't on her finger anymore. And then nothing. Nothing. Right. Bold and the beautiful. What's next for Hope and Liam? It's huge. Deacon's advice and a stalled romance. This week, Deacon Sharp is advising Hope to go back to Liam and make things work. Deacon said, don't let it slip away. You know, your chance at happiness, because he's dealing with marital issues. But Hope's telling Deacon and Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, that she is not sure what the future holds for her and Liam. Hope certainly seems to be on a path to rekindle with Liam, but we've not seen them in a room together that I can recall since that daddy-daughter dance scene at the Logan mansion. Brooke and Ridge Forrester recently got back together, you know, and they remarried for the zillionth time and they've been blah since then. So, we need some romance. We need some excitement. At the forefront is Deacon and Sheila Carter on the cusp of splitting. They are estranged right now and poor will Spencer having to deal with his pregnant rapist. So, I'd like some romance. I am hoping that something exciting comes for Hope and Liam, and it comes soon. Brad Bell could be planning a slow burn. That's very typical of Bold and the Beautiful, but given how long Liam has been without a woman, it's way past overdue. We don't need that slow burn. And Hope's been thinking about Liam for quite a while. So, this slow burn should be at the point of exploding into flames. I hope the romance between them picks up the pace very soon. Predicting Hope and Liam's first date. Let's talk about what is next for Hope and Liam. The first thing we expect is to see Hope and Liam have a first date. It might even be at Illinois Giardino since Deacon's pushing Hope about Liam this week, telling her to open her heart up to him and, you know, don't let him get away. Deacon and Brooke might even set Hope and Liam up for a first date, unknowingly drawing each of them to Illinois Giardino. I could see them doing that. I'm sure Hope would love a romantic first date with Liam. So, that's the first thing I think we need to see. Hope's path to redemption, coming clean about Thomas. Second, I think Hope needs to come clean. She needs to bare her soul to Liam and tell him Carter was just a passing fancy. She needs to tell Liam she has also realized that her relationship with Thomas Forrester, Matthew Atkinson, wasn't healthy, and Hope should own her part in the breakup of their marriage. So, she kind of had that conversation with Rich the other day when they were talking about designers and stuff. But that's a conversation that Hope also needs to have with Liam, Scott Clifton. So yeah, I think she needs to explain that she went off the rails. She owes that to Liam. I think it's long overdue on Bold and the Beautiful. However, the failure of their marriage is not all on Hope. Even though she was hot for Thomas, Liam shares blame for the breakdown of their marriage because his heart was divided, and for the longest time, half of it belonged to Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline McInnes Wood. Hope felt that every day. Liam's final choice, severing romantic ties with Steffi. So that leads us to what I think should come next, and that's Liam needs to bare his soul, come clean, and make it clear that he has cut his heart ties to Steffi romantically. We should get to see Liam confessing to Hope that he sees that Steffi is with her soulmate Finn Finnegan, Tanner Novlan, and that Liam is completely and truly over any romantic feelings for Steffi. Liam needs to say out loud to Hope, Steffi and I are just co-parents. There's never going to be any romance between us again. Nothing sexual, nothing at all. That needs to be addressed and clarified so Hope gets closure and knows that she will never have to settle for less than all of Liam's heart, because that was a big deal breaker for her in the past. Of course, Steffi and Liam will always have a connection because of Kelly Spencer, Sophia Paris-McKinley. They'll be co-parents, but nothing else. Plus, Hope and Steffi are finally in a good place, which is great after many years of fighting over Liam, and I want them to stay in a good place. A true Lope reunion, love, intimacy, and moving forward. Something else that I think all Lope fans have been waiting to see is a true reunion and for Hope and Liam to make love soon with no ghost of the past or other people between them. So, we get their true soulmate vibe, that whole destiny feel. The last time Hope and Liam were intimate, if you remember, it's been years ago, Hope was actually fantasizing about Thomas at the time. So, I feel like the viewers need, and they need, a palate cleanser to sweep that out of the way and show that Hope and Liam still have not only love for each other but also that spark and that sizzle. I think we could also start to see Hope and Liam reconnect emotionally, and I don't think it'll be too long before we see them reconnect physically also. And once they do, I think their feelings will deepen and their reunion is going to pick up some velocity. An engagement and quick remarriage on the horizon? The last thing is that I suspect we may see is that Hope and Liam get engaged and they get remarried ASAP. Scott Clifton did this interview on the Emmy red carpet and he said the whole point of what Hope and Liam have just gone through, it can't be for nothing. So he's on board with Lope. But also, I just don't think that Hope and Liam can really move forward until they address these issues, until they say it out loud, say it in words, and get closure on the problems, these fundamental problems that tore their last marriage completely apart. Things that have been festering for literally years. There was Steffi. There was Thomas. And there was that endless love triangle. There was Liam's heart being torn. Hope feeling less than. Hope engaging in this rivalry and fighting someone else for him. And now that's all done. So after Liam and Hope have a heart-to-heart, which is, as I say, overdue, I don't think it's going to be very long before Liam pops the question and they remarry. I don't see them wasting any time on a long engagement. So, I can't wait to see what's next. And with sweeps kicking off Thursday, October 30th, we should see some momentum soon for Hope and Liam.